Welcome to Montana Matters. We're joined by Alpha Omega. With us today, we have Willie Johnson, who is the owner, as well as Sonia Sheets. She is the Business Development Manager. We want to thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so we're talking today about what you guys really specialize in. Tell us a little bit more, Willie, about what Alpha Omega does.
Yeah, we do water and fire and mold remediation. That's about the gist of it, yeah.
Okay, so disaster, restoration, you guys are there when people get into trouble. You're there right away to help out.
You bet.
Okay,
yeah.
Sounds good. Well, what do you see more or less of during certain types of the year? Are you seeing more things as the weather's getting cooler in the fall?
Yeah, definitely. So as the weather gets cooler, there's a lot of home maintenance that property owners should be doing. And so one of the big things that we see in the with the changing temperatures is, for example, I brought this little prop here for you guys to see. So this is where you would hook up your outside garden hose.
Okay.
So basically we see a lot of the busted pipes because people do not unhook their garden hose, because if you don't do that, the water can't properly drain out of here.
Okay.
That's the basic gist of it. And so if you unhook it, the water can drain out of it. There's less of a chance of it busting.
Okay, so not everyone knows this, but when you shut the water off, it shuts off all the way back here, right?
Yep,
Exactly.
it doesn't shut off right here. It shuts off back here. So if that water is in there, it stays in there, and it, with cold temperatures, it'll freeze and expand and then cause that break, and then it can break like right outside your basement, get into your basement, and no one wants that.
Okay,
so.
no one wants that. And you guys actually, you see quite a few of these calls, right?
Quite a few.
Okay, so there's your tip. If you want to save a little bit, not ruin your pipes, it's a great idea. Shut that off. Okay, so you also deal with fires. Give us some prevention tips. I see you have something over there. Is that considered a dangerous item?
Okay, so this is kind of a newer one.
Okay.
This is just an element heater. This one in particular has a fall-over shut-off feature, so if it does fall over, it will shut off.
Okay.
A lot of the older ones do not have that. Heating up for the animals, putting it next to the bed, bump it, falls over, we got a fire. Okay, so we don't want these in the house unless you have a new one with a safety feature on it.
Okay. So those can become very dangerous. Do you see a lot of calls on these during the winter months or just even the fall cooler months?
Yep, people's going to start putting these into their, when it gets cool, right next to them. They actually will heat up for their animals also.
Wow.
Yeah, so we don't want that, yeah.
No, we don't want that. Let's try to avoid the fires.
Let's try to avoid the fires, yeah.
Okay, so what kind of feedback are you hearing from customers when they have these disasters? It's kind of a bad time in their life when they have to call you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a fire in your house, and most of the time we're going to shut the entire property down. You're going to have to move out into a temporary living quarters. We're going to take about a 4-month process to get you back up and running. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, depending on how severe the damage is,
Depending on how severe the damage is, yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
What are some other important tips? Is it important for people to get a hold of you as soon as they can after a disaster?
Yeah, right away we got some emergency procedures that we like to follow right off the bat, so we can save a lot of your personal contents after a fire if we're called right away. Same thing with our water damage. We don't want the water to sit in the basements, on the carpet, in the structure. We want to get in there, get the water out, and get it dried out as soon as possible.
All right. Well, we want to thank you both for joining us. For more information, we'd invite you to give them a phone call or visit the website.